We are here. We're going to be doing purva ashada. Oh, purva ashada naksharta. This is the former victory. It's the final Venus ruled naksharta. I gotta take these off. The noise canceling is just too loud. I want to still be able to like hear it though. That should be good, right? Okay, purva ashada. The final Venus ruled nakshatra. It's raining outside so hard right now. And we're looking at 1340 of sidereal Sagittarius to 2640 of sidereal Sagittarius. We're going to be doing an all signs reading, not like necessarily all signs. We're going to do a couple different like piles or different sections. So if you end up coming in during that time, you can either wait for the next pile or you can just get the message while you're in here. Or if you're watching it on playback, just pick a time in the middle of the reading. If you don't want, if it's not resonating now, there could be a different message in the middle of the reading. Also, that's all I think I have for now. So let's get into it. The former victory, this is the Venus ruled nakshatra. These people tend to be very likable. They tend to have a lot of friends. They tend to thrive in relationships. They tend to be in relationships a lot. These are like the kind of people that kind of need a significant other in their life. My mom is Uttara Ashada sun at the very in the first pada of Uttara Ashada, and I believe her moon is in Purva Ashada nakshatra. So my mother. So shout out to you. So I think we're going to start off the top with Sagittarius. I think we'll start with Sag. Or, no, let's actually... I think I actually want to start with Pisces. We're going to start with Pisces. So that way we have Purva Ashada in the 10th house. I feel like that's where Purva Ashada will more than likely do the best, is in the 10th house. It's a good placement for the 10th house. So we're going to start with the sign of Pisces and get a reading for this. So this is going to be the former victory. Most of the time when you're looking at the Purvas and the Uttaras, meaning the former or the latter, it's more beneficial, I feel, to go like with the Purva. Just because... the latter, when you're in the latter or when you're in the Uttaras, I found that there can be this endless search or this endless grind to achieve this said victory in this case, right? There's like this endless, but if it's a former, right, if you're talking about it in the past tense, it would be something that has already occurred, therefore it's something that will happen again. But once you get into that Uttara, then it's like the endless search or the endless drive or the endless need to be victorious, as opposed to having already been victorious and having remained victorious throughout forever, right? I only have placements in the Purvas. I have no placements in Uttara. There could also be something about like maybe flatlining at the top or flatlining in victory, feeling like there's no more room to go up. Or like the ladder is just not accessible to you. That could also be what that means. But it does talk about victory. So that could have been something in the past you've achieved victory through. But let's take a look and see. Alright. Messages for Pisces. We have the King of Wands coming out for you. Archangel, or not Archangel, but Angel Daniel, or King of Wands Daniel. I don't know, Daniel. So this is going to be eloquence. Gives answers to those in doubt. There could be somebody in your life that treats you nicely, or just like somebody that doesn't want to see you cry, or somebody that wants to see you happy and be prosperous. You can see here in his hand, he's holding this spear, and it's got blood on the end of it, which would, I think, symbolize the spear that was shoved into Jesus of Nazareth, or Yeshua on the cross when they shoved the spear into his side when he was being crucified. I think that's what that represents. So the merciful judge is what he's being represented as. So it's giving answers to those in doubt. So if there's something that you're wondering, like if somebody, right, it's like when somebody's already done like the maximum amount of bullshit that they could possibly do to you, and then it's just like at the very end, it's like it's like the cherry on top of the sundae, right? It could be positive or negative, right? But depends on how you want to look at it. We have advancement. So there's growth to be expected for you. So just be cautious of people that might have it out for you. Or this could even talk about maybe your own protection, right? You have this ability to maybe act ruthlessly, or I don't know. I'm being really drawn to the red in this card, not so much the angel, but the item that he has in his hand. Because if we look at these cards, there's the sigil on the bottom, which represent, right, you can see the red, and that would be like the sigil to create the item, as opposed to there's the angel sigil here, and that would be to like call upon or to invoke or evoke that angel. But I'm being really drawn to the item itself. So I don't really know exactly what the significance of the spear means or is in regards to practical real life, but there's definitely something to it. I even think I have that wrote in the deck that I made, like with my postcards or whatever. I believe I wrote the spear of destiny. I think it's the spear of destiny is what I wrote in the deck. So that could talk about, if you think about like what is that? Like in track and field when they like throw the, is that something they do? Maybe not. Maybe that's like when they do like the stick and you have to like jump. I'm not sure. I was never in track and field, but something like that. Okay, so can we get a message please for okay, we have the 666 Antichrist, 3 times 6 Sun, Saturn, the Lovers. We have seeking dangerous sexual experiences. And one more. And you are in a category in and of itself. We have loving and living. So we have the Antichrist, seeking dangerous experiences. We have King Daniel with the spear here that I was being drawn to. We also have advancement. You are in a category in and of itself, and loving and living. Cool. I think we're almost done with the oracles. What other ones do we have to do? Character card. We have child. Beacon of hope, spring buds, innocent, growth, and vulnerable. Okay, so you could have possibly been raised in like a non-religious home, or you still have this childlike quality, or this, it could even talk about like the bringing in of the new aeon, right? You could be kind of like into more like magical type fields, right? Like Thelema, where they kind of have like that antichrist kind of belief where they worship like Babylon, which is like the queen of abominations, the Scarlet Woman, which is mentioned in Revelation. So there still is ties to the Bible, right? Or the end times. It just takes a different perspective, as opposed to being so much for the focus being on Jesus or Yeshua, but it's more so on Mary Magdalene or the Scarlet Woman or Babylon, right? Is what Thelema's main goddess is Babylon, actually, but then we have seeking dangerous sexual experiences. So you could be really interested in pushing yourself in regards to your comfort zone and where you've been in the past sexually and where you're wanting to be, right? There's something in you that you're trying to express. This could have been something to do with trauma that happened to you when you were a child. Like a lot of times when people seek taboo sexual experiences, a lot of times it's because they're trying to work through some sort of trauma of something that could have happened to them maybe when they were younger that caused them to have this fantasy or this idea of something weird in their mind, and it gives them an opportunity to almost gain control over that situation as opposed to being controlled by that situation. Hi, Actunify. So I think that's a lot of the reason why you find people that are into more taboo type things, right? So obviously you need to make sure that there's so many groups of people that are into that kind of thing. If you just go online, I'm sure you can find something. But I would honestly recommend I would prefer myself personally, the people I associate with, to not suppress those kind of feelings, but to accept them and work through them, right? Find people that are willing to work through those things with you, kind of energy. We have strength. So there could have been something that happened to you that maybe made you feel like somebody had power over you, that you're being asked to reclaim about yourself, right? It doesn't even have to be sexual. It could be just anything, right? Find a way to reclaim that power or that strength that you feel like somebody might have taken from you when you were young, and find a way to turn your trauma or your pain into power or strength for yourself by overcoming and assessing it and looking at it and working through it, right? So that you don't ever feel like, I feel like that's like in life, like that's how people do fucking shit, like really fucked up gross things, or do things that hurt other people, right? It's when they suppress the things, right? Because hurt people. When they suppress those things and they don't allow themselves like the grace, or they don't allow themselves the what's the word I'm looking for? They don't, just like there's something in them that feels like it's so bad, like, oh, something really bad happened to me when I was a child, so I'm going to suppress that and just push it down because nobody wants to talk about it, as opposed to accepting it and sitting there and like dealing with it, right? It's like when you're, it's like it's honestly kind of what it's like working through your shadow or working through your inner demons. Forgive. This started playing on my phone. I think that for me, just like in my throughout my personal experience of working through being a kid that was not necessarily take, but to, if we look at the figure, right, the man of Jesus, right, and we separate him from the church and we really look at what he was talking about and what he would have wanted, I believe that he was, I believe that his story was twisted and was manipulated in such a way that I don't believe that Jesus is, I don't believe Jesus is for or with the church at all. Okay, I think that Jesus reincarnated today could potentially be a very dangerous individual. Yeah, it could potentially be a very dangerous individual. You have to think of the way that he died was extremely traumatic, right? And a lot of times when you're already somebody that is so high up in regards to your cognitive abilities and the way that you're able to perceive the world, you're more than likely going to be able to have a strong connection to the timeline where you'll be able to see and understand and almost feel that same pain that he went through. So there could be something, we don't need to get any deeper into that, but can we get one card, please? We have third eye activation. Like I said, there's definitely something inner vision, clear seeing. We have Two-Faced is the song that's playing by the Casualties. The early years, 1990 to 1995. So you could have been born in 1990 or 1995, in between those times. Or that could have been when the trauma happened, or there could have been something significant in those time periods. Whether you were alive, it could have been your parents, something significant happened then, right? If you weren't alive or you weren't old enough to really have memories of that, maybe that's something you could ask your parent about like what they were doing during those times. Because sometimes there's such a thing as like, especially your mother, but the things that was happening to her, if you were in the womb or something like that, what she was going through during those times could be potentially something that could lead you to understanding where these traumas are coming from if you never had something like that, but you're still having fantasies of it, right? Like say you, I don't know, like say you like to be called daddy in bed or something like that, but you have a great relationship with your father, you have a great relationship with your mother. So it's like, why do you feel that way? There could be something about that. Who knows? I don't know. If you look at the gematria for that word though, it means rich. And what is it? I think it's 828. I think it also means Donald Trump as well in gematria. And what else? The Nine of Wands, the impenetrable secret. Resilience. You're really close to success. Keep going. Have courage and persevere through any sort of false accusations or false allegations or anyone that's trying to push you past a place of comfortability. The Six of Cups. There's that thing about the innocence, right? Feeling blocked off or feeling slightly, not necessarily fearful, but just feeling slightly, the King of Swords and the Sun. You have authority over your life. You have high standards. You have the ability to think clearly and have clear cognitive abilities, right? You're able to organize and manage your thoughts well and speak with eloquency. You have a good sense of morals and your mind is clear. You have a great ability to be able to meditate and you're able to be honest and you're able to be truthful and say what's on your mind. even if you're having to burst bubbles of anyone that is in a really happy place, right? You're able to bring about or bring up things that could potentially be, what's the word I'm looking for? That could potentially be bubble bursting, right? To somebody that's extremely happy, right? We have this child card here. This could even talk about your own children, all right? Feeling a little blocked off or feeling a little bit, we have You Kill Me in a Good Way playing now. Actually, I want to listen to this. Okay, is that all we're doing for this reading? I think that's what we have for this first reading. Is there anything else that we need to clarify or get any more information on? Let's take a look and see. We have the root chakra. Okay, I'm going to actually pull this book up here, see if there's some questions I can ask, just so we can get it all clarified. I'm just going to do 4 different piles for each of the mutable signs, so, or elements, we could say elements as well. Here we have the Jesus contract. I was just talking about that, see? Jesus contract. I also have the Muhammad contract and the Buddha contract. Okay, let's see. So we're going to ask some questions. See, where did I do with the deck of cards that I have in my mind? Here. Okay. So I'm going to ask, the first question here is going to have to do with history. And the first question I have to ask is, why did I choose you? Why did I choose you? Knight of Swords, your ability to swift action, your ability to speak, your ability to attack with your words, your ability to debate, your ability to break down barriers with your words, your ability to huff and puff and blow the whole house down is what I'm hearing. Somebody could have a strong affinity with wolves. Right? Your ability to stand on higher ground and to defeat all of your enemies without issue. Where have we met before? Where have we met before? In the astral realm, maybe? There could be something also about somebody being intoxicated, or somebody, blood being shed, or someone feeling dazed and confused. How does my shadow self influence? How does your shadow self influence me? How does the shadow self influence me? You got the Six of Cups again. It could be like, I don't know, like sometimes when you're going through, like when I hear music or something that like bring, like from like past times or like whatever, sometimes it will like throw me into my inner child, which I feel like is almost like a right, or like it just kind of like makes me shut down, or like I don't know. So there could be something about your inner child coming out. It could be something about either being very comfortable, feeling like you have a safe space or a safe person that you can express your inner child with, instead of feeling attacked, right? That can really only happen. You can really only express your inner child when you've had trauma, when you're in a safe space with safe people. that, you know, that don't judge you, or that don't, that make you feel safe to bring that part of you out, right? If you're feeling guarded, your inner child won't be able to come out. And I feel like there is something either about a blockage in regards to maybe this hard exterior, or some hard issue that you're having in regards to possibly faith, or in regards to religious trauma, or in regards to feeling right. The way and the life and the truth is through Jesus. And if you really just look at the man himself and the lessons that he taught, and you completely remove him from all churches, all everything, and you just look at him as the man, I think that you could really learn some valuable information from just him as the man. Completely remove. He was a rebel, right? He did what he wanted. He was a revolutionary. He was an amazing person. And so there could be something about needing to rethink, or to just look at something from a different perspective in regards to Jesus. Because I feel like when Jesus returns, if Jesus returns, maybe he's already here. We don't know. I feel like we're all collectively, we can be possessed by Jesus, right? Jesus is an energy we can invoke. And I think that if you maybe work with that, and you take a different look at that perspective, that spirit, or that egregore, or that entity, or that energy could definitely do something to help boost your spirits in regards to the inner child and the shadow that you're having, right? You'll be able to go from looking really sad and feeling like there's something that was lost, to feeling like you're able to tap in to that innocence, right? That I feel like these might be the same person, where you're able to heal those things within yourself. And I feel like that could even be something potentially that if you came from a religious household, that the energy, or the egregore, or whatever you want to call it, the memory of, Jesus, that could potentially be holding and keeping safe for you until you're ready to reclaim it. Okay. What do I least like, or what do you least like about me, or it says, what do I least like about you? So that's what the book says. I'm reading from the book. It's talking about like a certain archetype, right? So here I feel like we're dealing with whatever child archetype you resonate with most. So what is it something that you least liked about yourself as a child? Could have had definitely something to do with a mother wound. It could have had something to do with finances, possibly. The Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is kind of a stationary energy, right? The Queen of Pentacles is definitely an energy that waits, is an energy that doesn't necessarily act, right? She's more passive. She waits, and she allows financial opportunities to kind of pour into her. So there could be something about like that feeling, or that inability to be like a quote-unquote like go-getter, right? While the King of Pentacles is more of a go-getter, the Knight of Pentacles is as well. But there's like this desire to wish to be more outgoing in regards to your finances, or outgoing in regards to the way that you right, to maybe not be so receptive, but to be able to be more outgoing, and to seek financial opportunities, or financial this could also have something to do with your mother as well. Your mother and your father, because we have the Queen of Pentacles coming out with the Knight, or the King of Swords. So it's not a bad pair, I don't think. Earth and air kind of sometimes don't get along the best, but sometimes I feel like they do get along the best. I'm not sure. It's kind of difficult to explain. Okay, let's see. What do I least like about you? I don't know. What do you dislike about the Queen of Pentacles? The Queen of Pentacles is practical. She's more homebody-ish. Maybe you wished you were more like attractive, or maybe you wish that you were more like the Queen of Wands is like the quote-unquote hot one, or the Queen of Swords is the quote-unquote like really direct one that like you can't really push much bullshit past her, right? The Queen of Cups is very pure and very reflective and very emotionally nurturing, while the Queen of Pentacles is very practical and into like material things. So there could be something about the materialism that bothers you, right? Maybe there's a desire to be more, I don't know, what's what I'm looking for, like, the Ace of Pentacles is coming out here, so let's see. Which opportunities in my life are connected to your energy? Which energies in my life are connected to your energies? The Death card just almost popped out there. And the Three of Pentacles. I think that with the Sun, so this could just talk about working slowly towards a mission, right? Working, right? We have the bees, so this could literally talk about something like a team goal, or like a team, something that multiple people are working towards the same goal in something, right? We're all working to heal ourselves, or we're all working with the bees to get the honey, right? Because they're working here with these bees. And there's this tree, and you can see, right? And if you think about, like, beekeepers are actually kind of crazy people, because you, like, I don't know. I'm thinking of one YouTube video I watched. I don't remember his name, but this fool was crazy. He was just, like, openly getting stung by bees. And I guess after a while, you kind of get used to it. Your body builds, like, immunity to the poison of the bees. So he was really able to just, like, put his hand into, like, a box of bees to like find the queen, and to put the queen into I guess quarantine, or into isolation, right? The queen being the same gematria as the name of Jesus, 444. Queen bee in gematria equals 444. So there's this special type of person that holds this special kind of light, right? The Luciferian, the Lucifer souls, right? The Joshuas, the Madeleines. It all equals the same thing. The Susans, unclear people, nuclear people, people that are extremely, extremely powerful, people that could wipe out an entire city of people in a snap of their fingers, right? Those are those kind of people. Once they become aware and awaken to the power that they have within you, they have to pick these people out. They have to pick the messiahs of the world out, and they have to isolate them. It's what they have to do, because they're a serious threat to the entire world. Because, right, they don't necessarily want to crucify us, but you know, they definitely will go through all lengths and measures to definitely keep us under watch and under control. I know that. I've been in Seattle since I was 14 years old, away from my family. I'm 20, am I 25? I think I'm 25. I am 25. I turned 26 in October. Anyways, we don't need to talk about that. Project Bluebeam, right? They're really, really trying hard to make sure that they're really trying. I feel like there's this mission in life right now to really close down this past aeon, or this past like precession of the equinox that we've been in Pisces. I don't know why we're doing Pisces. It's supposed to be about Sagittarius. I don't know. I don't really have any planets here, but that's just what it's giving me. So you could have like some sort of focus on the Pisces area of your chart. But anyways, let's get into the next one. This is kind of going long. That was like a whole reading in and of itself. But let's see. We're going to get a new spread out. That was a good one. I lit some candles, so maybe that was what. What is this? You're only as tall as the world will let, as your heart will let you be, and you're only as small as the world will make you seem. When the going gets rough and you feel like you may fall, just look on the bright side. You're roughly 6 feet tall. Let's never shout never. Throwback to Never Shout Never. What? All right. So we're going to move on to Gemini now, because we're going to just do the air signs, right? We're doing the mutable cross here for this energy. So if you're purva ashada rising, I believe that's where the moon is at currently, you would want to, wait, what am I saying? So that would be like for your 4th house. So that could really talk about where you've came from, your home, your roots, right? That would be your home, your mother. We'd have a lot of mother energy coming out there. So now we're going to be looking at your directly across from purva ashada, which is the area of the sky that we're pulling energy from. You don't have to have a placement here. I don't have a placement here. We're just using the archetype, the myth, and the energy to get a message from that small little portion of the sky, right? Because that's where I'm pulling the energy from, the stars in that section of the sky, so that I'm not just, it's an actual magical astrotheurgy practice that I'm working on here. It's not just chaos. It's not a chaos monster, right? This is actual magic, if you want to call it that. So let's see, what did we start with last time? I think we started with this deck here. So let's get into the Gemini energy. Gemini. Oh, this card popped out. We have Cardi B, Get It Up 10 is playing. How to Set the Record Straight. The only thing fake is the boobs. You can have a boob job, or my mom, I think, recently just got a new boob job. Anyways, that's not important. Embrace the flow of life. We have Mother. Bitch, I'm not making this up. I'm telling you. Okay, we have selfless love, nurturer, source of life, maternal patience, and comforter. I don't hang with these bitches because these bitches be corny. Where are we at? All right. Gemini. I have my 4th house in Gemini, but we're looking here at the 7th house. Okay, so you could you could be in a relationship with someone that is motherly to you, or like maybe you find yourself seeking relationships with people that emulate or that are like your mother. We have Let Me Please You. Your wish is their command. Someone wants to see you smile, and they'll do whatever it takes to do so. Simply ask for what you desire and see it manifest before your eyes. Okay, so there is a sense of grace that's being placed upon this reading with that manifest card. That's the only way I have to manifest. Not necessarily saying like your mother, but like just right. A lot of times we will. There'll be qualities of either your mother or your father that you will find attractive in your partners, right? Like, what the fuck is this bitch talking about? What the fuck? We got Antichrist again. Top secret. We have Antichrist. Top secret population control. There's not that many Antichrist cards in here, and bitch, we've got every single one coming out yet. We have Antichrist. Top secret population control. Give me another one, please. We have I am entering the beginning of love. We have too good to be true. And too good to be true is actually a key. So we have more words. So this is the gematria tied into that phrase there. We have the Hebrew equivalent is Vegas, punctuation, the Bronze Age. It's going to be hair-raising, the apocalypse, no more reincarnations, throughout, Nineveh, Mason symbol, crystal clear, zodiac signs, gay sex. And then English equivalent, we have chosen by spirit, snug as a bug in a rug, hidden in plain sight, listen carefully, and the divine triangle. Right? So when you're doing gematria, they give you these 3 numbers, the Hebrew, the English, and the simple. You can create a triangle with those 3 numbers, using those numbers to make like the length or just to make the dimensions of that triangle. And then when you do that, you can place this key into the center of the triangle, and you can get a message in regards to these 3 numbers, 803, 1092, and 182, to create a triangle of art, to get an energy or to get a message from that phrase, which is too good to be true. 803, 1092, and 182. Give me a different deck. Right, so like say you want information about someone, you can type someone's name into the gematria calculator, get the 3 numbers, put them in the triangle, and get a specific answer from the specific name of that person. You were warned. Embrace the flow of life, mother, selfless love, nurturer, source of life, maternal patience, comforter. Let me please you. And then we have the 8 of Pentacles, God the teacher, intellectual talents, and provides knowledge. What deck do I want to use? Do I have any more that I need? Okay. So we have too good to be true as the key. So when we get a key that pops out, that's extremely important, because that's where we're pulling the energy from. There's now a triangle out here, meaning that I have control over that key. Meaning that anything that is inside of a triangle, I control that energy. I am in charge of that energy. It's like putting a goetic spirit into a triangle of art. Instead of using a goetic spirit, I'm using a phrase, because I don't feel the need to tap into the goetic spirits like that. I just think they're tricksters. They're not. I'm okay with that. I'm beyond that point in my personal journey, where I don't need to invoke quote-unquote demons. I just think it's stupid and annoying. I would much rather use numbers and words, because it just makes more sense to me. Somebody could have a scroll, or somebody could have like a receipt, right? So maybe you're keeping your receipts for something. We have the number 31 here, which equals 4. So there is an aspect of trying to get to a place of love with this person, or you're just now entering a place of loving this person. We have top secret population control. Can we get some information about the Antichrist top secret population control, please? Right, with that Hesed information here, the Hesed, the Sephiroth, or the color that rules Hesed, is blue, which is also making me think of Project Bluebeam. Here's the Emperor. The Emperor is not a loyal person. The Emperor is ruled by Aries. Aries are known to be the most unfaithful of all the zodiac signs. So if you're in a committed relationship with an Aries, I would definitely be aware of that, right? But Libras are the same way, right? With one way the pendulum swings, it must swing another. And I can say that as a Libra myself, with an Aries rising in tropical, that there's some cheating motherfuckers. I dated an Aries for a long time. I know a lot of Aries. They're just not the most honest. And that's why this Emperor sits here, and he doesn't have any greenery around him. He doesn't have anything growing, because but he does have authority, right? He's domineering. Okay, so this could talk about somebody that comes from a martial or a a martial law, or right, it's giving me 888 energy. I can achieve my ambitions by my self-discipline. This Emperor could be beginning to cultivate some sort of feelings. Be really cautious about any sort of like programming that's being put upon this Emperor. Or there could be programming that's being put upon the collective or upon the society as a whole. I feel like this Emperor has inside information, or this Emperor knows something, right? This Emperor, the Emperor is a high status card, right? This is somebody that's wearing red, yet he's trying to influence the world with blue. So there's some sort of truth, or there's some sort of something that he's trying to, some sort of cycle he's trying to stop, some sort of something he's trying to get in the way of. And then we have this Mother card here, embrace the flow of life. Give me more information, please. Yeah, we have the Page of Pentacles. This could have to do with a child. This could have to do with a manifestation. This could have to do with someone's destiny. This could have something to do with someone's inheritances, something that someone owns, something that the trajectory or the life path that this child or this Page of Pentacles is on. I feel like this Page of Pentacles is somebody that is very, the Page of Pentacles is a very dreamy kind of energy. They look at the things in the world, the material things that they see, and they look at it with wonder and with awe. And they have this sort of love for everything they see in the world, right? They look at everything with just amazement, right? They're in shock of things. They're like, wow. Right? The kind of person that stops and smells the flowers. The person that has the time to do that. They have their head in the clouds a little bit, but they also have this crown that is the same color as the Emperor's robe, which would talk about just their overall ability to... They have the same trajectory, but they're wearing green, which would talk about their Venusian influence as opposed to necessarily their Martian influence, because it's a... Give me more information, please. We have Earth of Earth, and then we have Fire. Also, when I see the Page of Pentacles, it makes me think of something that's manifesting. Right? If you're at a barbecue, there's going to be 4 different perspectives of this barbecue. And you could be seeing it from the Page's perspective, which is tied to the 10 of Pentacles. So when you see the Page of Pentacles, you can know that the 10 of Pentacles is always with that Page of Pentacles, because that's the perspective of their element that they're going to carry through their Sephiroth. You can look at the queens who rule the 3s, right? The 3 of Pentacles would be in the perspective of the queen, right? So at that barbecue, you would more than likely see the wife like inside preparing the meal, doing something like that, right? In the kitchen, more than likely. If you're at an outside barbecue, you could expect the wife to be inside the kitchen, like preparing the things that would be inside the house. That's why you see the 3 of Pentacles in the Rider-Waite deck inside the house, right? We're looking at a barbecue from 4 different people's perspectives. So when we see the 3 of Pentacles, we can know that the Queen of Pentacles is somewhere in the picture, because that's from her perspective. That's a download I got. It doesn't necessarily have to be that way. We have the Magician. And then the 9 of Wands came out again. So tying back to the last part of the reading we just did, we started with the 9 of Wands. And so this could almost, it's almost looking like this is like the other side of that, right? We had the 9 of Wands over here, and now we have it over here. So it's almost like 2 different sides of something. So in that one, we had the 6 of Pentacles, the King of Swords, what was the other card? The 3 of Pentacles, right? So there's almost like this divide, or there's almost like this energy of feeling like there needs to be a separation, because energies aren't seeing things the same, right? Something is being manifested. There is something that has to do with willpower and your ability to communicate that is being manifested, okay? This could also talk about this Emperor teaching something to this Page of Pentacles energy so that they can, what is this? Anyone else but you. Here is the church and here is the steeple. We sure are cute for two ugly people. We both have shiny, happy fits of rage. I want more fans, you want more stage. I won't see what anyone else can see in anyone else but you. You are always trying to keep it real. I'm in love with how you feel. I don't see what anyone can see in anyone else but you. I kiss you on the brain in the shadow of the train. I kiss you all starry-eyed. My body's swinging from side to side. I don't see what anyone can see in anyone else but you. That's from Juno, but it's Kimya Dawson. The pebbles forgive me, the trees forgive me, so why can't you forgive me? I don't see what anyone can see in anyone else but you. I don't see what anyone can see in anyone else but you. I don't see what anyone can see in anyone else but you. I don't understand that necessarily. Okay, interesting. Now we have Happiness is a Warm Gun is playing. And this is from Across the Universe. This is one of my most favorite movies of all time. And we have Jude, who just got deported back to Liverpool. And he's talking to like his ex about when he went to America, he stopped writing to his ex. He eventually ends up going back to America. Interesting. Across the Universe, Happiness is a Warm Gun. Is this the... I think this is actually... It actually kind of makes sense. Kind of. It's a little bit... Gemini's... Interesting. Okay. What do we have? Are we done? Ah, my back is popping. I gotta listen to this. Hold on. I also made like this huge playlist. If you guys are ever interested in getting a message, and you don't feel like you want to listen, why am I doing this? and you don't, and you don't want to listen to tarot, you can go to that playlist. There's like over 1,000 songs that I added, and you can shuffle it. And I feel like all of those songs hold a significant message that might be able to resonate for you. It's the only playlist on my page. It's called Be Wreath. I need a fix because I'm going down to the pits. Okay, so this is talking about like a guy that's been to war. And he is back from war. And we had the Antichrist card came out. And there's like, you can see this priest is like going crazy right here. It's a trippy movie. Definitely go watch it. We didn't pull a chakra card. We have fear. Okay. You could be having marital issues. Or there's some sort of fear around the power that this mother energy holds, right? We have Selma Hayek over here looking like a whole snack. Okay. Ow, my back. I think this ties to the same chakra, so we're going to be asking the same questions that we asked in the last one. Sorry if this is like choppy. My dad called me yesterday. He's a Gemini. He's actually a Taurus in sidereal, but he called me yesterday and I don't know what was going on, dude, but he was like trauma dumping on me. And I straight up had to tell him, I was like, why are you acting like a victim right now? I was like, I don't know why you're talking to me like this, but I'm not a fucking victim and I will never be a victim and I'm sorry that you're hurt. But I said, you need to buck the fuck up, dude. I was like, why are you acting like this? Like, like, get on your game. What is, I straight up had to tell him like that. He got really mad at me. He got really mad at me. I told him, I was like, I'm not a victim. I've never been a victim. I consider myself to be an apex predator, bud. And I'll never be your victim. I'll never be anyone's victim. So I don't know. I don't like, he was like talking to me about like when I was a kid and me and my sister, there was like a huge, like we had a huge backyard and there was a whole bunch of trees. So we would have to go and rake them. And it was like cold and we were getting close to the end of raking all the leaves. And we were really cold and I had to pee. And he said that we had to finish before I was allowed to come inside because whatever. So me and my sister laid down in the leaves and we peed. And he still made us rake all the leaves. We like peed because we were so cold. We just wanted to come inside. But he was talking about that and I was like, that's what he would have said to me had I been talking like that. So practice what you preach, right? Anyways, that's what was coming out for this maybe. Why did I choose you? Sorry if that was rude. I love him to death more than anything in the whole wide world, but that was something that needed to be said, right? We're strong, right? My dad raised me to be a king. My dad raised me and my sister by himself. He was an amazing dad. I couldn't have asked for a better parent, but he raised me to be a king. He didn't raise me to be a princess. He didn't raise me to be a queen. He raised me to be a king. He was raised by a Navy SEAL and a cop or like I don't know. It was a little like Polk County like sheriff's office. I don't fucking know. But that's how I was raised. So we're gonna act like kings because that's exactly what the fuck we are. We're kings. Shout out to Ash Nico. I was talking about this yesterday. I was like, I was just talking to myself, but I was like, I don't think, if you don't like Ash Nico, I don't think that we can be friends. How could you not like Ash Nico? If you don't, yeah, I like Ash Nico. Anyways, we have Grimes playing right now, though. I like Ash Nico. Okay, let's go. Why did I choose you? We have Justice in reverse. Why did I choose you, Justice in reverse? Because the fact or the knowing that you have the ability to bring justice because you have dominion, clarifying the Emperor card. We know that this Emperor has authority. We know that this Emperor is the highest form of a king in the deck, right? Is the overall king of the entire deck. So we have Justice reverse. Why did I choose you? Because I know that you have the ability and the authority to rule over all things, which is kind of what the Emperor does, right? It's not necessarily about the growth and the prosperity. That's more so the Empress, but the Emperor is the iron fist, right? The Emperor is the one that's going to be strict and is going to enforce that the law is brought the fuck down when the law needs to be brought the fuck down. Is the person that's going to be the hard ass, right? It's going to be the bad cop, is going to be the one that will make sure that things get done the way that they're supposed to be done. So there is this opposition we have here with Aries kind of ruling in this opposition. We have the Emperor and then we have Justice. And I would say that just like in regards to that entire axis of the 1st and 7th house, right? So I don't know if purva ashada, speaking from your perspective, if you're feeling like there was an injustice done in regards to your relationships, or feeling like the person that you're with could be potentially being a little bit too much of a hard ass, being a little bit too much of an iron fist, and not necessarily having the sense of justice or the sense of morality about the situation that you guys are up against right now, which has something to do with something that could be top secret, something that could have something to do with population control, something that you were warned, right? You were warned, so be aware of the things that you were warned and told to make caution of, and you know, you need to be able to have to be able to overcome these feelings of fear, overcome these feelings of anxiety, overcome these feelings of trauma, and you need to be a fucking king, right? That's what you're being asked to do, right? Especially if you have a mother or if you have an energy here that you need to protect, even if you are a mother, right? You need to get into this mode of being an emperor, and you need to take authority over a situation. Or that's could be potentially what your partner is doing, or that could be what you need to do, right? It really just depends. It's on your own personal relationship. But there is something manifesting, as above, so below. So this Page of Pentacles could have something to do with someone that was manifested, something that was manifested, a younger energy coming into your life that you know you have to fucking deal with. You know that there is a large part of your karma, your karmic debt on this planet that you have to deal with this Page of Pentacles. You can't just throw them to the wayside. Or you'll be overcome with fear. You'll become overcome with anxiety. You won't be able to move forward. Your life will begin to fall down around you if you don't deal with this Page of Pentacles, right? Karma's a motherfucking bitch, and then you die. So, you know, I would deal with the things that you have karmically that are being placed in front of you, and get off your fucking whining, crying, victimizing bitch fucking cry horse, and handle the fucking shit you need to handle like a man, or just die, I guess. Honestly, I can't handle that. It's so fucking annoying. Sorry if that was rude. Where have we met before? The Seven of Swords in reverse. Right? If you're not dealing with your karmic debt and you're still living and you're consuming resources on this planet, you are nothing but fucking a waste of space, a waste of breath, a waste of resources. If you're not dealing with the shit you need to deal with, there is literally no point for your existence. All these people fought to keep you alive for no reason at all. All this money your parents spent to raise you, if you're just throwing it away and you're not fucking clearing the karmic debt that we all have to deal with, you're literally a waste of fucking human space, breath. And I stand by that 1000%. So you need to get in line with the shit that you need to get in line with. The things that are manifesting for you, the people that are coming into your life to help heal you, to help make you better, to help make you... But you're afraid. Bitch, I would be too. Bitch, I would be too. Because I'm going to tell you something. Shit ain't sweet. Shit ain't sweet at all. Shit's not sweet at all. Shit's not sweet at all. Shit's not sweet at all. And if you're fucking stuck in these feelings of feeling jealous and feeling envious, bitch, I will spit in your face. I fucking hate that emotion. I don't feel envious or jealous of anybody. I want you to win. I want everyone in the world to win. I could absolutely hate you, and I could know and I could see your victory and be like, my victory, just watching you become victorious is my own victory. Watching you be happy, watching you have love, watching you prosper. I know that just by seeing and being in the frequency or in the resonance of love or of success or whatever, I know that by watching that and not feeling envious and not trying to rip something from you or not trying to sabotage something, I know that that's one step closer to me being able to achieve that in my own life. So why would I ever feel jealous or envious of anyone? Ever. That's not my emotion. I don't have an envious bone in my body. But I can feel it when other people get envious, and I can't stand that. I can't stand that. It is the most childish, annoying emotion in the fucking world. I fucking hate that emotion. I hate that emotion. I do not like it at all. I do not like it at all. At all. At all. At all. If it makes you happy. By Sheryl Crow energy. What do we have here? What was that question? Did we even ask a question? That fuck, I don't know what's going off. What do I least like about you? I think I already answered that question, but we have the King of Cups coming out here. Right? Somebody's at the bottom of the ocean. Oh, shit. Somebody's sitting at the bottom of the ocean. Somebody could have been late for something. King of Cups. All right. Yeah. Which opportunities in my life are connected to your energy? The Emperor card came out again. The King. The Lion of the Tribe. The rightful heir to the throne. The being a king. I don't know, being a king. I'm a 4 life path though. With Jupiter as my Atmakaraka in Purva Bahapadra. With a Punarvasu moon. So I'm very, very strongly tied into kingship. Bitch, I'm him. Like, I don't know what you're talking, like, I'm him. So, I don't know. But we're all him, right? It's not me, it's Stephanie. Stephanie something, what the fuck ever. Those fucking gematria motherfucking weirdos. Oh my god, dude. They are so weird. Okay, Mark A. King or what the fuck ever, dude. I don't even know. Never mind. We don't, just stop. Okay, okay. All right, we're going to go on to the next one. What is his name? Mark A. King or something? Mark A. King or like, there's Stephanie and who fucking knows, dude. Who fucking knows? Oh, it's so fucking funny. Okay, anyways. Where does this deck go? Oh, here. We're gonna do Virgo now. What song is this? Oh, we're here. Angels Fall by Breaking Benjamin. I like Breaking Benjamin a lot. He's cute. I like him. Okay, let's go. We're at Virgo. Hey, you okay? Are you uncomfortable? What do you need? He's got this whole vampy look to him. It's just, he's doing good. Okay. Hi, Buddha. Ah! Please, no. Okay, don't step on the cards, dude. What do you need from me? Some smooches? A smooch? What do you need? Ick. I love you. I mean it. Okay. Is your ear bugging you again? We can put some medicine in it. Don't talk to me. She said, I'm a Scorpio, dude. Alright. We know. You're Scorpio. Okay, go ahead. Alright. So this is going to be for Virgo or the earth signs. We're just looking at a mutable nakshatra. We're pulling energy from a mutable nakshatra, so it's easier for me to place in the earth energy where the center that we are meeting in regards to the element of earth will be in Virgo. So if you have placements in Virgo or you have earth placements, this will be the reading that will be most strongly connected to you. We have a Cancer card coming out. Full moon in Cancer at that. So that's powerful as fuck. When we see full moons in Cancer, we know that we're automatically talking about the strawberry moon or the honey moon. Cancer moons being the place of home for the moon. So the honeymoon, we think Cancer moons are, it's good energy. Not necessarily so much towards the end of sidereal Cancer. It can be a little bit toxic, but still even then, it's very hypnotizing. It's very... the Cancer moons are beautiful. So there could be something very beautiful about you. There could be something very heavenly about your emotional energy to experience, right? There's something about the energy that you hold right now or that you're being able to be reflective of that is very... it can be guarded, right? Cancers, the crab has... Hey! don't do that, that have the shell around them, because the crab meat inside is such a delicacy. And that's really what Cancer talks about. They kind of move in a weird way because they have this delicate meat inside of them that's very, it's, some people like it. I'm not a big fish fan. I don't really eat anything fishy. I don't like nothing like that. But people could say that the meat of a crab is considered to be a delicacy. So they have this shell to protect this soft, delightful inside. Full moon in Cancer, let your fears dissolve. Allow those guards and those walls to, just maybe look out the peephole, right? It's giving me like men at work. Who can it be now, right? Allow yourself to just kind of see maybe what is going on out external from you. Don't necessarily drop all of your guards, because that's never the right way to do, especially when you're dealing with moon and Cancer energy, because it's sensitive, right? It's extremely intuitive. It's fucking sensitive. So just, it's fucking sensitive. I have a moon in Cancer. I believe Buddhacron has a moon in Cancer as well. I'm a Punarvasu moon. He's a Pushya moon. Right, Pushya is probably the most beneficial place to have the moon. It really talks about this ability to be, because the symbol there is like the cow's udder. So you think of people that are very nurturing, very giving, people that like to make sure that everyone's needs are fulfilled, people that are providers, or people that are able to give sustenance to people for them to survive on. That's what the symbol of Cancer is, the majority of Cancer, right? That's Pushya, right? We have Buddha in the chat, he's Pushya moon. So if we look at the 28, if we had put in Abhijit, the hidden nakshatra, I'm technically a Pushya moon, but with just the 27 basic ones, oh yeah, it's definitely the place to be. So there's that, right, about it. There's also just like this ability to be there's like a sensitivity about it. When you let the fears dissolve, there can be that part of you that is extremely is soft in nature, right? It's like a mother's, talking about like a mother's heart, or a mother's, it's like if the moon is kind of where you give love, right? It's talking about a mother's love in anyone, right? That's the kind of love that everyone really wants. It's the best kind of love possible, is the love that we receive from our mother when we're children, right? That's the highest form, most pure form of love that could ever potentially be in the entire world. So that's what's coming out for the earth signs. And the cool thing about the earth signs is, if we're looking at it in terms of nakshatras, the earth signs have the moon ruled nakshatras, which is Rohini in the core of Taurus. There is Shravana in the core of Capricorn, and Hasta in the core of Virgo. And the moon is very reflective, so they have this ability to pull down the energy from the water signs to really nurture and to grow and to create amazing things on earth. That's why the earth signs are normally so plentiful. Nothing. So we have this full moon in Cancer energy that's coming out for the earth signs. So this could even just be talking about the full moon we're going to be having in Capricorn, but just allow your fears to kind of dissolve. We have charm. You mesmerize people with your charm and elegance. You have a style that captivates your audience. Use your confidence to your advantage, right? Okay, so allow your fears to dissolve. Allow your true self to be seen, right? There's something that you're able to do that you could potentially gain new allies, or you could allow your fears, allow your true self to be seen. Don't be afraid of shining. Don't be afraid of standing out. If you haven't you know, an elegance about you. That's what I do like about the earth signs as well, is they don't, the fire signs have this more kind of like, not slutty, but just like they have this more like spicy kind. No, because I think that spicy is the Hishtana. I don't know. They just have like this certain vibe. I can't explain it right now. It's too much. Okay, what cards are we using? I forgot. Are we having a full moon or something? I think we are. Sheesh. Oh, I can feel it. Oh, Am I Falling in Love by Isaac Dynson is playing. It's actually a really good song. I'm gonna put my headphones on. We have Justice. Makes the truth known in court. Gives innocence. Causes innocence to prevail. Somebody could be falling in love, or somebody could be in love, or somebody could be in this energy of a very heart-centered feeling. A very heart-centered feeling of love. Jason Underwood, that's what's in my hands? It's a big-ass dog. Oh, I got a dog back here. Are you a dog? She said, no, I'm up there. Okay. Somebody could possibly be feeling like they want to, like, serve you. Or not serve you, but, like, that's what kings do, right? Kings serve. So you meet people. That's why Saturn is going to be really an energy of service. And Saturn being like this, we have the Towers of Babel. Which I believe is tied into the 1056 in English gematria, which is 10, so Malkuth, 5-6 is justice. So that's bringing justice to Earth. We have I Can't Wait to Meet You, and this is going to be a key with the Hebrew term being 2103, English 1434, simple 239. So we think we're creating a triangle. When we get a key, it's creating a triangle. So we have I Can't Wait to Meet You. The Hebrew equivalent is Love is the Answer, July 11th. Shut the fuck up about Jeeps. He is unbelievably annoying. That makes me laugh. And then in English, the equivalent is the Greater Key of Solomon, the West Coast Wizard, I love you very much, and sorry, not sorry. We have the Towers of Babel, meaning like the Towers of Babylon, the Towers of the Scarlet Woman, the Towers of, right, the tower that they built, I believe, in Babylon to try and reach God, that got knocked down, right? We got the tower. Right, so this could be even something coming from the inner earth that is coming up to our land. It doesn't necessarily have to be a tower that is on our plane of existence, but it can even talk about a lower density energy that's trying to build its way up to reach our density in the same way that we would do that with a fifth level or a fifth dimensional consciousness. This could be something coming from lower or from the past that's trying to speak to us here in the future. I don't know why I'm getting that. It's not on you, it's in you. Okay, we have Amy Winehouse with Valerie coming out. And then we have Don't Let Me Go by MGK. I'm coming back, just let me go. I'm coming back, don't let me go. All right. Let's take a break for a second. Ooh, I'm kind of on fire tonight. What are you doing down there, dog? Are you resting? I'm actually going to stretch my legs really quickly because my legs are kind of hurting because I'm sitting on the ground. Ouch. I just want to stand up really quick because my legs are really hurting. Hey! I love you. I just need to stretch my legs. Alright. Alright. I have butterflies on my skirt. I got it yesterday. It's kind of too big. Like in the back on my waist, but whatever. Okay. Hello. Can you not step on... No, don't do that. Back up, dude. Why do you have to do this? Come to the other side. Come to the other side. Come over here. Oh, you're leaving now. Are you coming over here? Come here. Can you come here? Come here. Come here. Oh, are you serious right now? Why are you doing this? Do you want to go out? Really? You look crazy. She said, dude, when are you doing Scorpio? We'll go out in a minute, okay? Okay, let's get into the energy. We have Amy Winehouse coming out. She's always kind of reminded me a little... We have the Lovers here on the bottom of the deck. This angel here reminds me of Joel Osteen for some reason. Doesn't it look like him? I don't know if you know who that is. Doesn't it look like him? We have Justice and the Lovers. I'm just going to pull this out, I think. Let's see. All right. What was the other cards we were pulling? We had one more we were pulling out. I don't remember which deck it was from. Maybe. Oh, this one. We got Valerie. I'm going to skip this one. Great. Jeez, great. Okay, so sorry. Don't remind me. Okay. Alright, we have Falling in Reverse is now playing. What song is it? I think it's Carry On. It's Loser. I'm going to put the headphones on. I love Ronnie Radke. I feel like, kind of, I don't know, he kind of reminds me of like a brother energy. I like Ronnie Radke a lot. I've liked his band since the very, very beginning of his band. Okay, let's see. What's the energy we have here? So it could be a charm. There's a charm that's going to be befalling you soon. A charm that's going to be to kind of like a different frequency than I feel like you're used to, right? There could have been like maybe like this disharmonious energy about you where maybe you felt like there was like a feeling of kind of ruffling feathers, right? You're going to be getting justice for that. And I feel like you're going to really be beginning to like get into like this 12th term of the Fibonacci sequence, right? This 12 spiral where it's going to be really heart-centered, and you're going to, you know, all of these people that were babbling on about you, all these people that were saying all these things bad about you or that were nice to your face but fake behind your back, right? It's not on you, it's in you, right? It's not something that's it's going to just be an energy that's going to kind of like befall you, that's just going to kind of send you into this feeling of love, right? Where you're going to just feel a really strong connection to the people in your life and being able to kind of like bring that heart-centered voice out. I don't know if you do sing, right? Let your fears dissolve, where you're going to be able to express yourself in a way that is in like the octave of your voice will come from the heart center through one of the four channels that will then reach to your throat box, as opposed to coming more so through the ego space where I feel like you're used to. We're going to activate the four channels, possibly that would reach to the voice to get you like that ability to sing from your heart, as opposed to singing so much from proving yourself or a need to prove yourself, right? You've already proven yourself. People already know about you, right? So now it's time to like tap into the energies of the heart space that might be a little bit uncomfortable or like corny feeling to like get into, but it's going to charm people. It's going to be a different like so that's what I feel like you can expect to be coming for you, right? There's going to be this passionate kind of energy, right? Instead of like a 13 spiral, instead of the death spiral, it's going to be more so the spiral of love, right? Of harmony and of something like that. We have civil servant, guardian of public good, public official, administrative duty, and public administration. Okay. I think that this could just be like the type of person that sees things from a higher level, or sees, we have magician as well. Somebody that sees things from a different perspective than I feel like most people, but maybe like instead of what an individual needs, maybe like looking at things from like, what does the public need? What does the collective need more of an energy of, right? Maybe they need more energy of, how can I defend myself? How can I stand up to people that are rude to me? We get that. We can all fight, right? We can all say mean words, but are we able, like, can we get people out of that energy, and can we get people into their hearts through the way of music, through the way of creation, through the way of charm, through the way of being vulnerable with ourselves, especially when we see somebody that might already have a very strong exterior, to see them be able to get into the space of their heart, I feel like would create such a big ripple effect into the collective. I think of myself as like, I like music. I know Buddha is like the music dude. Maybe like different genres of music, but just that ripple effect of having one really good song that like, oh shit, like when I first heard Sleep Token, right? It's like that shit, like that changed my entire perspective on my own emotional body just through one person's, art. And I think that when we're able to cultivate enough energy and to affect the people that are maybe like the officials, right? The people that kind of represent this area or this part of the collective, the people that we have elected to be our spokesperson, right? The celebrities, these are the people we watch, that we like to watch, that represent us as a collective. If we're able to get somebody that can send a large amount of energy to a certain energy point in one of these people's body. In my case, it would be like Ronnie Radke. Whenever he releases music, I always like to send him energy because I enjoy his music, and I'd like to see him be able to create more things for the collective. Just because I personally feel a sense of growth and connection to his energy, right? So this could be by way of strengthening other people's emotions, by way of weighing things out and seeing where the collective, or where humanity needs an energy to, right? And being able to bring that sense of joy and that sense of connection, and dissolving the fears around right? Joy and pleasure brings happiness to couples, removes negative energies, right? We don't need anything else in our world that brings division, but how can we keep the people that are maybe already together or have a potential of being together, how can we keep them together? How can we make those units stronger? How can we create stronger bonds between the people? How can we make it so that people aren't fighting, and so that there's harmony and that there's love, and people are able to procreate and create children that go to do amazing things like stopping global warming, right? It's like all it takes is one person, one good seed, right? And that could stem from something as simple as a song, right? It's the butterfly effect. an artist, or seeing something or experiencing something that was able to activate that channel in their energy body. And it gets even stronger when you have like a pull, or when people are really interested in you because you are maybe controversial in the past, and you're able to do things that step outside of the box. Anyways, let's go. We have the 10 of Wands, the 3 of Swords, the 9 of Wands again. Moon and Sagittarius energy coming out super strong in every reading so far. And the Ace of Swords with the Truth, right? So we have the 10 of Wands, the 3 of Swords, right? Trauma, burdens, things that we've been carrying, right? Unnecessary, annoying, stupid people that their words literally mean nothing, right? When you're that big and you have that much pull on the collective, you have to gather a lot of energy to even, they just don't have any say on that. They have this guard, this block over them, where the only thing that's really able to penetrate them truly, unless it's able to be cultivated so big that it is able to penetrate the heart, could potentially hurt them, right? We're not going to do that. We're going to change that. We're going to do one more sword, right? Maybe take some rest, take a step back for a second in regards to responding to people that are feeling hurt or damaged by the charm that you have and the pull that you have over people. It's not on you, it's in you, right? It's not something you wear, it's not something you can, it's just you as an individual, right? It could be the sound of your voice, the octave of your voice, right? That breaks through to people, right? There could be the beginning of a conflict if you don't get out soon. So it's like changing your perspective and getting into these places where your heart feels, right? Those 3 main channels that go from the heart up here, right? When, and I think that, like, in Bloodsport is a really good song by Sleep Token, where you can hear in his voice that he has that channel in his heart so activated, because he's taken the ability to literally pull one of those swords from his heart. And when you hear him singing Bloodsport, it's literally like the blood from his heart is pouring out of his mouth through his words. And so it's painful and it's not easy to do, but I feel like that is something that could potentially be very charming to people, and could potentially not only change you, but change a collective of people by activating that, creating music from that channel. Is that what we have? I have my my K2 in Dehishtina, which is the flute, which is where like a majority of musicians are at. And then I have Mars, Rahu on Regulus, which is the throne. So I feel like I just saw Janis Joplin for the first time yesterday. I don't know why I've never like seen a picture of her. It tripped me the fuck out. It tripped me out. Like I don't know, it just tripped me out. I felt a really strong connection to her. I don't know. It was really weird. I don't know. It was like a spiral. I'm not sure. So there's something about that. The High Priestess. Right? And the K2 is going to talk about the energy, the place in which we have already mastered in a past life, the place in which we have already succeeded, where we've already done our will, especially if you have a well-placed K2 that's not afflicted. My K2 is in the same house as Jupiter. It's far apart, but it's in the same house as Jupiter. So it's done. I've done it, right? I've got Mars with Rahu in a Mars-ruled nakshatra. That ties very strongly into music, right? I don't create music. That's not my job. I've already done that in a past life. I'm here to listen to music. I'm here to rule. I'm here to make judgment and to sit on the throne, which is not necessarily the most fun thing to do, but that's where I'm headed in my lifetime. We have Strength again. Right, and Rahu's going to talk about, which is technically in the sign of Virgo if we're looking at it tropically. It's at 1 degree of Virgo. So Virgo has this ability to be very strong, and that's the maiden, right? So, you know, we're going to notice over the next period of time these young women, especially these men that have this more virgin-esque quality to them, this more Virgo, beautiful, right? Virgo talks about beauty. It talks about the ability to make judgments, right? And there's going to be this really strong and powerful ability to make right and just judgments that are powerful, that have strength behind them, that are they have the right to rule. That's what the Pitris talk about. It talks about the connection to the forefathers. You have Don't You Forget About Me. All right, let's get some energy here. What do we have for the strength card? We're asking these questions from this book, Sacred Contracts by Caroline Myss. And we're just going here to this. We're using... we're going to move over here to personal questions. We were using historical questions for the last two. We're going to move over here to personal questions. And the first question it has on the list is, who are you most connected to in my life, and how has this connection contributed to our spiritual development? Okay, so can we get, so who are we most connected to? I'm going to use this civil servant as who, right? The people that we've elected, the people that we listen to, the people that we grow from, the people that we've put on pedestals, the people we've put on stages, the people we have chosen to represent our generation through, for me, music. It could be, I don't know if you like movies, right? It could be influencers, right? Those are the people that I'm talking about here. Right? Okay, so let me see. How has this connection contributed to our spiritual development? Right? How can we, I don't know, let's just go. The Hanged Man. The Hanged Man, hey, don't do that. Don't do that. The Hanged Man is a card of, hold on. Kate, what are you doing back there, crazy? I'm going to read this from the deck. I'm not getting I know it, I just want to read it because I don't know. I've never read anything from this book yet. I just want to get a better idea because that's just what it says. So it says new perspective, surrender, inactivity, stasis, delay, letting go, release, control, and sacrifice. If you are feeling stuck, whether emotionally, spiritually, or in some area of your life, stop for a moment and give yourself time to process your current situation. There is something you are struggling against or overly attached to. Could now be the time to let go and practice non-attachment. This card suggests that you might be required to make a sacrifice. This sacrifice is needed and will ultimately move you in the right direction. When the time is right, this time of delay and inactivity will take the opportunity to consciously consider the current position from different viewpoints. A shift in your perspective would shift your world. So that's kind of right, shifting our perspectives, as opposed to putting us in a place of fear or in a place of anger or angst or separation. Could we possibly take a time out, reflect maybe a little bit, and shift the spiral in which things are going, right? People are so against people in comment sections, just not necessarily here, but like people are bullies and they're mean, and it's like, it's almost like it's a dread to be anywhere. It's like people don't want to be seen anymore. People don't want to be influencers anymore because everybody's so fucking mean all the time, right? So can we find a way to shift our perspective by possibly taking a time out and readjusting, realigning, maybe not overindulging in things. Okay, I listen to music all the time. There's not a single time music is not playing, but that's different because I have a love for it, right? I love it and it changes me, and it's my way of shifting my perspective. It's my way of carrying the frequency, right? We have Don't You Forget About Me by Simple Minds playing, which is like a Breakfast Club throwback, okay? I really like 80s music lately. I don't know why. But I don't know, just like maybe even going back and looking back into the past of the things that we've forgotten about, right? Like for me, I don't know, I always like 80s music always made me feel so corny. I think I even wrote it in one of my notebooks. I was like, 80, okay, we have Eddie Money playing now. Anyway, so right? But like, you never know, but just like shifting your perspective could potentially shift your entire life, right? The different generations, and the 80s being one that really was very heart-centered and really focused on love and like connection. And if we've been really disconnected from that energy, where now the music is not like that at all. People don't sing about love. People don't talk about, right? Because it's scary. Like, fuck around and make that shit happen. But just being able to go back to a time when that was what was widely released could be, it could be a ginormous shift to your entire trajectory, in the way that you view the world in general, right? Right? Like White Snake, okay? I was oh, that came up in a reading the other day. Like the chick, he's like looking a little older, but he's got like this young chick and she's like doing flips on the top of his car. It's just like, okay, dude. It's so corny, but it's cool, right? It's actually a really good song. How do you help me fulfill contracts with people? How do these energies, these civil servants, these public officials, these influencers, the people that we put on the pedestal, how do they help us fulfill contracts in our own lives? The Six of Wands, right? We had the Three of Swords there, so we are able to give them an area or a platform in which they're able to possibly speak about their traumas, speak about the things that are raw and maybe they don't have any connection to, but they're able to empathize and they're able to speak about things without it necessarily manifesting for them, but just from a place of being empathic and being able to get into the perspective of others without it manifesting for them, but just to help heal people, right? That's kind of what it's giving me, right? We give them success and they help us heal our wounds without having to necessarily be the one putting it all out there, but they have the ability to put themselves in the perspective of us and to see things and to learn from each other. And from that, we're able to create, from something that would have been very debilitating. We see this guy in a wheelchair here, but he's victorious, right? This is like the best card of the deck, right? He's happy. He's found a way to turn his pleasure into pain, or his pain into pleasure. Wait, something like that. You could do it either. It could be either way for you. Maybe you want pain. Who knows? It really doesn't matter. It's whatever you're aiming for. Who in my life do I associate with my power? Who in my life do I associate with my power? Mercury and Sagittarius. Sagittarius energy. People that are able to take the victories that they've had and they're able to push it to the next level, where they're able to take those passions and they're pushing it, they're going beyond, right? They're not stopping, they're just keep going, they just keep going. They're going to keep pushing, they're not going to hold themselves back, they're going to say what they want to say, right? They're not one shot fired, bitch, we got 8 shots fired. Okay, infinite shots are being fired. Like, we're always going to be directing energy somewhere, right? It's those kind of people that I put my energy to, the people that have the ability to just have that Sagittarian Mercury debilitated placement. I don't know, I just like it. There's something, I don't know, there's something about it. I'm Mercury in Scorpio, so it's very opposite of that. It's very occulted. It's very hermetically sealed a lot of the times. It takes a lot for me to be able to really express myself through words. I have the emotion there, and the emotion is very, very strong. I've got an exact trine between Chiron in Scorpio in the 8th house, Jupiter in Pisces in the 12th house or 1st house, and a moon in Cancer so there's a perfect trine there. And so I have the emotion, but that Mercury being in Scorpio opposing Saturn, it really just like, I've just never been able to communicate very well. Sometimes I can. Most of the time I can't. So when there's people that are able to just really like go off in regards to the way they speak and they have almost like no filter, it's just something that I am able to look up to. And I don't mind investing my own personal power, which is a lot. I've got a cardinal cross in my chart, so I have one of the most powerful birth charts creatable. So those are the kind of people that are willing to take a chance, people that aren't afraid to hurt people's feelings, people that aren't afraid to say things that, you know, people that aren't afraid to rustle feathers, people that aren't afraid to do something that people might not like, right? If it's something that I align with myself, right? It's my own power, so I get to choose, and it'd be the same for you. So let's see. Who are you connected to from the past that I still have unfinished business with, and in what way can your influence bring me closure to these relationships? So how does this, okay, so let's read this. How does this archetype factor into unfinished business in your life, such as people you haven't forgiven or aspect of your past that you can't let go of? Okay, we have that King of Cups coming out again, which is Libra Scorpio energy. Somebody that you might have left stranded in a lake of fire. It's giving me Lake of Fire by Nirvana. Okay, who are you connected with from my past that I still have unfinished business with? So who, we already answered that. In what way can your influence bring me closure to each of these relationships? We're going to just stick with one right now. We have the Two of Cups. I think that just talks about... I've got the... Okay, so yeah, I guess that. All right. Connection? Relationship? We have connection. There's two women in this card? Okay, cool. Okay. So let's, I think that's what we have for this one. So I'm going to leave that there. I don't want to tap in too deeply to that because that's just not. We'll just leave it there. Oh, it's really hot in here. I got to blow these candles out, I think. We're almost done. Oh, it's really warm. My foot is asleep. It's like really asleep. My entire leg is asleep. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. It's like... I'll be right back. Better. Alright. Fuck, this is taking a really long time. Okay, we're almost done. We're at the last one. We're at fire now. It's hot in here, bitch. Ow. Alright. There. Fuck, this is taking so long, dude. Alright. Let's see. We're gonna do a music break. What's the next song? We have the Casualties. Okay, we're gonna switch the energy up. What song is it? Oh, this is a really good song. Ah. Oh, wait, did we pull? Wait. Oh, yeah, we did. Okay. That could also be Aquarian energy with the rebellion kind of energy. We're going to go to the next song. We don't need too much... okay, no. What is this? This is Code. She got me like... Oh, I forgot about this song. This is actually a trippy song. I forgot all about this song. Damn, I've been working on this playlist for so long. We have Casual Sex here. Of the Lineage of Jesus. Wait, what? Okay, get that out of here. This deck goes deep, dude. We went all the way. Okay, so she got me like, we're looking at this. It's a video by this guy named Code. I'm not sure. We're just watching the video right now. It's looking interesting. It's looking like a Baroque kind of like aesthetic, like kind of like vintage angel-y. This bitch is mixing some shit up, some sort of potion. Oh shit. She's got mom jeans on. She's got red hair. Oh shit. No, she's gonna kill him. Okay, so some lady just drugged this dude. What is happening? Go maybe watch this video. This could be some information here. It's called KODE. Something about it's getting harder to breathe. Somebody's like tripping. Like, what is actually happening? They're like dizzy, or I don't know if somebody's like astral projecting. Somebody's got you like, ooh. Oh, this bitch is walking around in a wedding dress? Oh, fuck. A voodoo doll? Bitch, you gotta get out of there. Whatever is happening there, it's not safe. Oh my god. Okay, is there something about magic or something? I don't know. Somebody's fucking with you. You might want to go watch this video. It's called KODE. You got me like. Somebody's got a hold. Somebody's got a hold on you. I gotta get some Lucy Juicy. Hold on. I always say it's Lucy Juicy because Red Bull is the same gematria code as Lucifer, so it's like light in a can. I was telling my dad last night. Okay, stop. It's the Karuba Elder Flower. Is the summer? It's actually really good. All right. So we're here now. Oh shit. Okay, there's 4 cards that were already out here. It says Lucifer is coming. Do what you will. Wilt. Do what to wilt. We have the descendant of David. And we have truth key. It was not, I didn't write it out as a key, so I don't have the 3 numbers. So it's not technically a key, but it was the code truth key. So there's some sort of truth that's going to be revealed, I feel like, right now. Okay, we have Fairy Taylor. I got this off of a playlist on Spotify when I was going into Project Bluebeam. So we're going to get some sort of truth right now. There's going to be a descendant of David, right? David, king of David, descendant of David. We're talking Solomon's lineage. Lucifer is coming. Light is coming. The light is being created. Do what you will with the light in which you have created within yourself. There's truth that is coming. Somebody here could have possibly in the past or currently does take communion, meaning they go to church or they do some takes communion, right? In church when they do the eating of Jesus's flesh and the drinking of Jesus's blood. Just saying, I don't know, do what you want. It's just kind of fucking gross. I might put these cards away actually. I don't think I want those cards to be out. I'm gonna do a different one. I don't want to go into that energy because I don't care to go into that energy. I just don't. That's not an energy I need to go to on here. I'm going to shuffle them and get something more collectively based. But I could see how that would be something that I need to look at for myself, but we don't need to do that collectively. Next song, please. We have Run Around Sue by Dion playing. Okay, we have dealing with the person of your dreams, look, physique, charisma, power, status, money, personality. They will be exceeding your expectations. So you could be potentially, this could be you, because we are technically here in purva ashada, where we're talking about somebody that, so this is going to be like the place of purva ashada. So if you have purva ashada in your natal chart, ascendant, sun, moon, that this is going to be embodying the energy of you, who you are as the native here. So this, we had the energy of the people we put on pedestals. We had the energy of the home, the place that we've came from. We've had the energy of our significant others. So now at the last point, we're going to be taking a look at you as us as individuals, me as an individual, right? So we could be the kind of people that are working hard to become the person of our dreams, right? I feel like a lot of times when we have a person of our dreams, we have an ideal person, it's really a reflection or an emulation of what we desire to be within ourselves. Or if you do have a specific kind of person that you want to be with, it's asking you to take a look at it from a different perspective, and how can you become the person that you would want to be with? How could you become a person that exceeds their expectations? How could you make yourself a person that the person of your dreams would feel like is exceeding their expectations? We have lightning bolt. We got a key. We have be patient. Hebrew 322, English 552, and simple is 92. The Hebrew equivalence is dismiss, God of Israel, planned thriller, moonshine, Satan's, lion gate, bluebird, alligator, Hercules, pandemic, be careful, obsolete, subliminal, and Bermuda. English equivalent, we have yellow, reverse, Leviathan, treason, numbers, Chronos, my love, Pinocchio, billions, Aussie, educate, picture, duality, rabbit hole. Okay. So we have 322. So we have the energy of 2-2. So we have an access to the duat through the master number 11. So we are thinking we are 2 levels into the tree of life. We are 2 shells deep. We have the influence of Saturn to Saturn and Bina to Hokmah and Neptune. So we are going from Saturn into Hokmah and being able to access the duat through going through Neptune, right? So we have this Neptunian influence, this unconditional loving influence, this ability to have been completely dissolved of all barriers, all things that is anything but the essence of what we truly are, the essence of who we truly are and what we are truly here to be. Okay, we also have this energy of the 552, which is going to be the duat through Gebruah, which is also has the influence of Hesed. So we're thinking we're going Saturn, 2 levels deep through Neptune, dissolved. I'm talking bitch, dissolved. We have in English, we have 552. That's overcoming anger. That's overcoming issues with power. That's overcoming things with our energy. To the 5th degree. So that's 5-5, that's death, duat, through the throat center. That's the Adam's apple. We have 2 straight back to Neptune to be resolved, put back through Neptune to be completely dissolved of all of the past hurts and traumas that we've been through going through, the things that make us angry, the things that fire us up. And then we're going down to the 9 and we're going to deal with an ego issue, or we're going to be reacquainted with our ego. And then we're going back to Neptune. So we're going to grab the ego in the 9th Sephiroth of Yesod in the astral realm, and we're going to go back to Neptune. We're going to dissolve that, and then we're going to more than likely go back we're going to go back to Malkuth, because that's all on the energy plane of existence. So that's what that triangle is doing for us with be patient. And it's taking all of these key words, and it's going to be using it to empower us and to dissolve those energies and to give us the pure essence of the key, be patient. We have Benson Boone playing right here. What is this song? Slow It Down. Sorry if that was too fast. You can go back and re-listen to that if you need to. That was a spiel and a half. I don't know. I can bring people through the duat. I have the ability to do that. I am the babe of the abyss, as you would say. If you look at my throat, I've got the birthmark. It was the very first thing my mom noticed on me when I was born. We have horror of abominations. We have reductionists. We have the 4th gate of forgiveness. We have living in the golden age, and we both have a crush on each other. But those didn't technically come out. The last thing we have is the horror of abominations, which is going to tie really strongly back into that Scarlet Woman energy, really strongly back into Babylon, which is going to tie strongly back into Revelations, which is going to tie strongly into Mary Magdalene, or the bride of the Christ, the Magdalene, or the Madeline, which is her real name. It was never Magdalene, but they can't tell you these things because, but if you look at the coding, you would see that it was never Magdalene. It was always Madeline, right? Made L-Y-N, made God Y-N. If L is God, right? That's just Madeline. The Mary part would come from the Hebrew equivalent of the 500 being an equal 500. So the Mary part is is symbolic of that 500 that comes before the code of Christ, or not the code of Christ, the code of light. I'm a channel. I'm a portal for light. I don't get the light myself. I'm complete. My energy body is, I'm a shadow being. I don't take in light. I don't do any work with Lucifer at all. I don't really work with Lucifer. I work with Jesus because I prefer to work with that energy. There's more power there because there's so much to be transmuted. We have integrity. Doing the best you can regardless of who is watching is what is coming out here. We have XXX Tentacion playing. He has the cutest name in the world. I swear to God, if I were to ever have a child, I think I would name it after X. His name is Jache, which means God speaks, God gives. That's the cutest fucking name I've ever heard in my life. What? Jache. It's Jamaican. I like X. I don't feel as though they've had that energy, right? There's been so many incarnations of these men that have this special energy about them. I don't know. There might have been a few. I think Janis Joplin, right? People like that. But they've always had this desire to be famous, or the ones that become famous, they never really get they always end up dying kind of in a fucked up way. They never really have that impact. I feel as though there's certain people that have these missions, and they kind of are like, are you going to deal with the mission, or are you going to be focused on your own clout? Are you trying to be seen, or are you trying to complete the mission? Are you trying to, because, you know, when it comes down to it, the ending of the Bible, the prophecies of the Bible, is going to be something that's very hush hush. It's going to be very quiet. Not very many people are going to know that it's transgressing when it's transgressing, because there has already been so much that has happened that we don't really connect to that. That's came up in my own personal energy field that ties very strongly into the energies and the energies of the ending and the closing of that book, right? We're not going to ever have another Bible, but we just have to get through that part where it was already written and just kind of try to get over it kind of quietly on the hush. Not very many people need to know about it. Just like clear that timeline out a little bit, right? We're moving into this new aeon where things aren't going to be so closed sexually. People are going to really begin to blossom sexually over the next couple hundred years. Leo being the opposite energy of where the precession of the equinox is. We have Aquarius and we have Leo. Leo is the sign of sex, is the sign of procreation, is the sign of the child, right? So we're going to be having a lot more sexual energy, a lot more open. It's going to completely change. Virgo's more closed and more pure and more virgin. They're the virgin, right? They're the maiden. But we're going here to this lion where there's this primal, beastly, pure, like just animalistic parts of ourself that's going to begin to be really activated as the precession of the equinox moves fully into the sign of Aquarius, which it's getting close, I believe. It might already be there, but it's going to take some time for us all to transition. But I think that a lot of it's really going to change. And we think about the male lion being the seventh house, or it's going to be the emulation that we're all going to kind of be looking for. And we have that king, right? That male lion energy, right? We look at this, right? What is a male lion? We think of the pride, right? We think of these people, these groups of people that will get together to have that one person that we escalate, that's the king, right? That's the collective that will raise you up, right? That one person that we want to speak for our family, right? That's what we're going to be moving into. So you guys could call it the whore of abomination. That's going to be breaking down the structures of what we think a normal family home life should look like. But it's not that. It takes a tribe to raise a child, right? It takes a group of people. You can't just raise a child, one person, you and them. It would be weird. You need a group of people. It takes a whole family. It takes many different families, right? It takes to raise a child, and that's really what it's going to be about. Is the age of the child and the age of right? And how can we use technology to better our children and to create our children better, to just make their lives easier and more creative, where they're able to really sit down and to cultivate this creative spark that only the humans really have, right? This pure, just creative energy. How can we use technology to boost that, to make us smarter? I think that's really what the whole thing is about. I also have intuition. I gotta get done with this reading. This has been so fucking long, dude. Okay, what song is it? Okay, we got somebody coming up out the motherfucking ground, ho. We have the Scorpions, Always Somewhere. It's actually a really good song. I'm gonna put the headphones on for a minute. Okay, so talk to me about, we're here in Purva Ashada. The Two of Wands, Jeliel, the helping God. Love and wisdom, victory over those who would attack you. We have higher heart activation, which is like what I was talking about in the previous with the earth signs. And that's what I'm talking about when we get to that act of that higher heart, is when you're able to, if you haven't ever heard the song Bloodsport by Sleep Token, if you just go and you listen to his voice, you can literally hear the water coming out of his words. And water and air don't necessarily get along very well, because it's so hard to alchemize something out of it that's not perceived incorrectly. But in that song, he does such a great job at mixing those two very incompatible elements through his higher heart activation, dropping the shields, getting into that place of authenticity and raw divine love, and understanding that the only thing that can happen to my heart is for it to be healed. The only thing that can really happen at this point, I've already been through so much that the only place to go is up, right? The only thing that I can do is to share it, and I can heal and other people can heal. And through my vulnerability, through that way that people, when they sing, are able to do that, it's higher heart activation. We have unleash your kindest self, first quarter moon in Capricorn, right? And Capricorn really talks about not that they're disconnected from the heart, they're just on the other side of it, right? It's what Capricorn is what the heart longs for. That's what the heart longs for. That's what the heart is reflective of, is these people that, might not be so connected to their heart, but they're at the top of the mountain, right? And it's that coming together. It's that creating the bridge. It's that turning a valley into a mountain. It's that coming together, right? Here we see the higher heart activation, and there's that portal. And then we have Capricorn that's looking at this moon like in awe of it. Right? In the same way that we might long for a stage, or the way that we might long for, we have base chakra, strength and security, and laying foundations. Let's get into the cards. Let's get the rest of the cards. What do we have? I'm going to put this Capricorn card away. I just want that one card right now. What is this top card? Speak your world into being. Tell me your fantasy. Someone has been fantasizing about serving and servicing you. They're eager to learn your deepest fantasies and to help you fulfill them. Let your fantasies run wild at this time. Right? This person might have this mission, or this thing to help you heal something within you that maybe your current circumstances don't necessarily call for. And it could be something a little bit out of the realm of what people are normal or used to. But I feel like this person is being put on your path to help you heal something in a way that might be considered to be an abomination, right? That's what the Scarlet Woman does, right? That's what Scarlet women do. We're the women that are able to, in a way of being detached, in a way of being of service, are able to help you work through these things. If we go back to the first reading, I was talking about the fantasies and how when people have these desires to act things out sexually, that a lot of times it stems from a trauma, and that trauma of needing to have control over that trauma so that we don't further act out and hurt the other people or random people or people in our lives, if we're able to focus on what it is that's hurting us, this life or not, but we're able to take that trauma, that fantasy, and we're able to harness it and control it and to find a way to gain control and become stable and accept that that's something, a fragment or something that we have within us, and we're able to make sure that we're not hurting other people, we're not doing things to bring more pain and separation and degradation around the collective and the community, but I feel like that would really help us all be able to unite together as opposed to being so separate, because everyone's afraid of, me getting hurt, my friends getting hurt, my family getting hurt. We're also protective. And that's because we're all so guarded with these things, these traumas, these things that we don't want people to see. But if we were able to find a safe space or a safe person or a safe group in which we're able to just express those things, and maybe there's some sort of action you need to do to work through them, right? If say that you were like, beat really bad as a kid, maybe you have this desire or this need to be in control of someone, right? Maybe that's what you need. Maybe you were controlled all your life, that you feel like you need to be controlling of someone. So you create a safe space where you're able to have that control over someone for a short period of time, and then you separate, and it's not a super attached thing, but it's something that you're able to work through and begin to bring those feelings up without feeling like narcissistically or in a fucked up way trying to control the people around you, but you create a situation, a scenario, a simulation in the real world where you're able to work through these things. And I feel like that's what it is. So what do we have? What cards? Damn, dude, this is a fucking reading and a half. We have the Fray, How to Save a Life. We have the Tower in reverse. Delayed catastrophe, fear of pain, avoiding tragedy, resisting change, and transformation, right? There's a transformation that's coming, right? The lightning bolt has stricken, right? The lightning bolt is here. We have the card lightning bolt out as well, which when I wrote that card, I was actually thinking of a song, and I think I can actually play that song, but we will actually just play it. I don't care what happens. This is one of my most favorite songs in the whole entire world. We're going to play it really quick. If you don't like it, that's fine. Is what he gave to you. Never laid a day he's been. The best years of his life is what he gave to you. Never laid a day he's been faithful and true. Putting out the tombstones and digging down the graves for over 30 years now, and I can't believe you have the nerve to say that you're gonna have to cut his pay, cause one of your priests did such an awful thing. Lightning bolt, oh lightning bolt, why don't you strike them down? For what they did, they deserve to be a black spot on the ground. And if there is a God up there in the clouds, I can't imagine a better time to show his wrath than now. Somehow, these monsters all seem higher than the law. They won't see any punishments at all. He didn't give a damn about your God or your church. He was just an honest man looking for some honest work. And in his little finger, he has more purity than a whole church load full of your child molesting priests. It seems you're making him pay for the guilty sins. 30 years, and that's the thanks he gets. It's hard to imagine there could be a greater sin than using your trust for abusing a kid.
as hard as it may seem, well, I think that there is, and you're committing it by protecting these old evil men. And if there really is a judgment day, you'll have a whole lot to explain. Lightning bolt, oh lightning bolt, why don't you strike them down? For what they did, they deserve to be a black spot on the ground. And if there is a God out there in the universe, I can't imagine a better time to show his wrath than now. Somehow, these monsters all seem higher than the law. They won't see any punishment at all.
Okay, so that's the song. And that's by Andrew Jackson Jihad. You can go check him out. I kind of like to gatekeep him a little bit just because he's not very well known, but I've known about his music for a really long time. I definitely have listened to those songs a lot in my life, but he's amazing. In my opinion, he's got kind of like an interesting voice. It's not necessarily, some people don't like it. So the planetary link here is Saturn, and the god is Shani. And it wields a sword that symbolizes the cutting edge of discrimination and moral values. The fierce-spirited ox possesses the strength and determination to endure whatever is necessary to stay on the path of right behavior. So we have the whore of abominations. We have happy employment. We have the Emperor in reverse. We have the Five of Swords, the Tower in reverse, and the Eight of Pentacles. So there's going to be something coming out here about when you're in this space, when you're in this place where you're doing this work that you've been put here to do, that might be a little bit different than what most people are used to, right? There could be things where people want to call you, people want to say that you're not a good person. You want to say these things. People want to discriminate against you. People want to, say that what you're doing is bad or what you're doing is gross. What you're doing is not cool to do for relationships, or the people that come and see you that are in relationships, OnlyFans girls, porn stars, webcam models, prostitutes, hookers, sex industry stuff. For these men that might be lying, right? But you have to understand that we're creating a safe space for them where they can release the things that they don't want to release into their marriage, right? That's really what it boils down to. I feel like that's what's coming out here, and that's the victory, right? How can you cut my pay? How could you try to cut my pay? You can't. I'm going to get my due diligence. I'm going to get my amount of money that I get, right? So every single time that I go and I see my family and they say, oh, what are you doing for work? Oh, I'm a webcam model, right? I have to deal with that every time, right? It makes it kind of fucking weird to go see my grandma. So, that's why I get compensated so well. That's why I get compensated the way that I get compensated when I'm working on my webcam site. And that's really the extent of it. I don't really go much farther than that. I'm a Virgo, though. I consider myself to be more of like a personality. But there is that, right? Or like my mom and my grandma, they might look at me as like a disgrace, right? They might view me as a disgrace, right? I'm disgraceful to the family name. But I don't see it that way. I don't see it that way at all. So that might be the way that they view me. But I do everything in my heart with love. And I know that I am healed. And I'm in a place where I'm able to provide other people healing. And I'm able to empathize and understand and be compassionate for people and the things that they're going through. And I look at it as a healing thing. It's a fun place. It's a safe space. It's an uplifting, high vibrational place. And that's really all it is. And so if people don't like that, and if people want to discriminate against me and they want to outcast me because they want to call me the whore of abominations, they want to call me, whatever. That's fine, but that's just your perspective of it, right? And so I think that that's one of the big issues with the Roman Catholic Judeo-Christian religion, is that they aren't looking at it from the other perspective. They're so fixed natured, Lamasu energy in their own fixed structures and beliefs, only to come to realize that they're not even connected to the person they think they're connected to, right? They don't understand that when there is a second coming, when there is this new energy of the energy that you've all been singing for, all this energy that you guys have been exuding all this energy for, hoping for this person to come back and take you in to this new kingdom that literally none of you are getting into that kingdom from the church at all. The church has nothing to do with it. In fact, I despise the church. I think the church is terrible. What about the Native American people? What about the people that worshipped the earth and the plants, that weren't out killing people because they wanted to lift up their person that they saw as holier than thou? Right? It's like when someone talks a lot about you, only to come and find out that the impression they had of you was wrong all along. And I'm guilty of that. I've definitely been that kind of person. But you never really know until you actually get the words from the man himself, right? Where somebody could be maybe a little bit more rigid than you thought they were. Somebody could be a little bit more controlling than you thought they were. Somebody could have a lack of discipline a little bit more than you thought they would. A little bit more aloof, a little bit more stubborn. Somebody could be a little bit more conflicting. This person could like to fight a little bit more. They could have a little bit more aggression than maybe you had thought they would. You could have seen them as very sweet, but in the end, really maybe they were overcoming defeat. Maybe they were actually dealing with fighting, and maybe they were violent. Maybe they were intimidating. Just delaying catastrophe, delaying the tower that was always meant to fall, right? They were trying to hold something up that was never meant to stay up like that. You make all decisions confidently. We have on cloud 9. We have many powerful orgasms. I am feeling good about my looks and love, investing time and money into my appearance. We have singing to myself. One more card, and then I'm out of here. We have election was rigged. Happy New Year's. They made sure she was not sexually attracted to me through heavy use of black magic. I will chase you if you run. Jesus is coming. Jesus was just a prophet. Master Mary Mark lives in a world where love doesn't exist. Moses. Casual sex. I call out bullshit. I work to keep my body perfectly sculpted yet curvaceous, of the lineage of Jesus. And last card, Lord, please help me to control my anger, my hatred, my desire to exact revenge on my enemies. Help me to become more like you and less like Satan day by day. Say yes to things. Say yes. Just say yes. Don't be a no man, be a yes man. Just say yes. Just say yes. Put yourself out there. Palette on the floor, right? Don't ever drive a strange man from your door. He might be your best friend. You don't know. That's all I got. Get the fuck away from the Saturnian energy. I can't stand that. I live outside of the bounds of time and space, but that would make sense as there would be a Saturnian influence because we aren't breaking through the next time, the next nakshatra in Uttara ashada. The first pada is when the big breakthrough, the heaven on earth really comes. So it was a fake out. It's not heaven on earth quite yet. The heaven on earth will be in the next nakshatra. This is such a long reading. It was really, really good. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. And I am out of here.